Hey indie game fan! In this video, I recommend Semblance. I'll tell you what it is, what I love about it, some minor complaints, and my final thoughts. Semblance is a puzzle platformer where its main hook is that the terrain can be deformed. It was developed by a two-man team in South Africa and released on Steam in July 2018. For disclosure, I received this game for free. The game is told wordlessly and begins when the corruption begins to spread in your world. As the adorably named blob, Squish, you must gather essence to combat the corruption, and this is of course done through good old puzzle platforming. Since it is a puzzle game after all, I shall try to be brief in order not to spoil too many of the solutions. I love the Play-Doh platformer aspect of this, since Squish can literally deform and shift the terrain by dashing into it, which resulted in many out-of-the-box solutions to the puzzles. While the ability to deform the terrain might seem a little too free-form and intimidating, the game does have boundaries and that only certain platforms can be affected, and there is a limit to how much and in what direction they can be deformed in. If you mess up, a simple button press will revert nearby platforms back to their original state. Additionally, in later levels, there are added facets to consider, such as spikes, lasers, areas in which you cannot dash and thus cannot deform platforms, and even red lasers, which will cause deformed terrain to spring back into position. Squish itself can change shape, flattening or becoming smaller, which is an additional variable to consider later on. Death in a puzzle has little consequences since you simply respawn at the start of the puzzle with all deformations in place, so it was not frustrating at all. There are also hidden shrines to find that are the main secret collectible equivalent. As a sucker for cartoony art styles, I love the look of Semblance, especially the colours used in the first world and the pressed material of the purple contrasted with the green corruption and the earthy tones of tan and brown. Bold choice, and it looks like something which would belong in a cartoon. The one complaint that I have is that due to the deformation, I did get stuck a couple of times in the terrain, which required me to pull up the menu and to reset my position, but other than that, the experience was bug-free. Overall, Semblance is a very clever puzzle platformer that made me interested in the genre again. Having had my share of them over the past couple of years, it took a very special game to change my mind, and I'm glad that Semblance is the one to do so. Smart and innovative, this is an absolutely fantastic debut title from the developer, and I can't wait to see more of their work. Anyway, thank you for watching, please subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter, follow my Steam creator, and check out the subreddit to keep up with the best indie games, and I will see you in the next video.